Manuel sinks lower into his
That's
gin
great
tub
motto
and
for
just
the
starts
Empire.
Hey, try this.
What?
Mint just pours it into his tub. Try
Is this
this.
that thing you need to drink with 2 hands? I don't drink anything that tastes like. Oh, it sounds like it sounds like whatever. I'll have whatever that guy's having. He's having a.
And that's where we fade out to the sunrise.
Can be heard from all across town.
All right, the next day has dawned. Those of you who are doing some subterfuge spent the morning subterfuging it. The rest of you were nursing hangovers.
I felt great.
Yeah, I'm very. Yeah.
It is now the next day and the next afternoon, and it is time for a naming ceremony. Just about the town meeting tent is filled to standing room only. Everybody's who is anybody is there. The townsfolk you met, many townsfolk you haven't. The ledger has been moved from its usual tent to the community tent.
Wow.
For this purpose.
They moved the ball.
They moved the book.
It occurs to Margaret that arresting a large crowd of people will probably require more than just 2 people, so she should probably ask other members of the group if they are with her. But not Scarlet. Let's try and pitch it pretty quickly to various people. Mint, are you with me? Are you with the Empire? I say summarizing the events in incredibly brief terms.
I think Mint is only with his hangover.
You're not supposed to, like, hear the dog that much, Margaret.
What?
Clearly you've been drinking. It's not like the entire dog, just the hair.
Meanwhile, Mint is wearing the chair from last night.
Rip, are you with me? Are you with the Empire? Rip, the
What?
Empire. Are you
What?
with the Empire?
I don't know.
Do you serve the
It's a
Emperor?
hard question.
Don't ask me that kind of question.
This is a great organization you've got here.
This is a lost cause. I'm going to go get guardsmen from the, the barracks to help.
Okay.
The plan will be to wait until the groups are leaving and then try and cut them off semi quietly. If there's any chance to like stir up trouble in there, to move in immediately and arrest everyone except the 2 people I've told them not to.
Absolutely.
How does this collide with Kikobi telling you when you get there that they're planning on having a big announcement when everybody's gathered there, so they'll all be there anyway?
I asked them, what's the announcement? What's the announcement?
I was eating a grape. Sorry, I thought Ironicus was going to pick it up.
What's the announcement? I say, Corporal Stambley with a look of suspicion and concern.
Just an official announcement of what's to come to be in the town.
A decision has been made regarding the status of Eridu henceforth.
Slots.
It would help you to
Slots is here.
engage in the plan that I have been told to conduct. If you would tell me what the decision was, I might know the climate of the room might be in.
Just carry out your instructions, and it will all take care of itself.
Yeah,
If people riot, I won't be able to carry out my instructions.
Kikobi's in a great mood. Everything's going Kikobi.
Everything's coming up to Kobe.
Turn it up, unibrow.
Meanwhile, those who are
Seeing Kobe's eyes, the same sort of smugness that he would give whenever he managed to slay a single orc.
How does Margaret react to Slots appearing at Kikobi's elbow and handing him an official-looking scroll?
Very official looking.
Very official.
It has official written right on it.
I points towards Slots and says, Corporal Stambley, you are aware that entity is part of our group, yes?
Well, yes, of course.
I adjust my powdered wig.
That's why he's been working with me, as you all have, correct? I will be sending a report back to your contact, Mr. Inger.
But he's a relatively new addition. What has he been telling you?
Oh no, it's too late. It's time for the narrative timing ceremony to start. Let's all go. Everybody hurry to your seats.
Yes, meanwhile, those who were at the naming ceremony have been... there's been folk songs, there's been the story of the dragon spawn so far. There have been readings from the ledger to spice up that roughly 60 years of history. The collective pains they've endured and successes they've shared to get to this point. And things take a very sour note. A sour but non-denominationally so toward the end. Like, no one wants to commit to anyone's narrative, but everyone agrees that shit's fucked up and has got to change. So that's about as deep into it as that part gets. But then it is time for a name to be chosen and a path of life to be engaged on.
Yeah, and I think Scarlet has probably been like helping the new person.
Manuel gave her
in the back, like, and helping her
crushed velvet dress to wear for the occasion.
I should probably tell Manuel what I'm actually planning to do now. Manuel, we're trying to set the two extreme groups of the town against each other, just so you know.
Did I agree to this at some point?
Yes, you were. Yes, it happened.
Oh, well, I suppose we must go ahead with that then, since I gave you my word. I am a null of my word, if nothing else.
Very good then.
Okay, at this, the newly emerged dragon spawn did as part of the ceremony, you get to pick someone to be sort of a sponsor. Think of it as sort of like a godparent, but not really, because they're not a parent; they're just your guide into the greater community.
Mm-hmm.
And she did pick Scarlet. That was very sweet of her.
Oh.
But now it's time for her to reveal the name she's chosen and the path she'd like to embark on. And she wishes to be called Oxford, and she will be supporting the community here in Eridu by going out and tilling the fields and hoping to learn a trade out there.
That's very respectable.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Manuel has tears in his eyes like a loving parent at a graduation ceremony.
Loving parent. And
it's way more respectable than the rest of us.
There's a final reading from one of their fallen elders. In fact, the person who came up with the ledger died a few years... died in war a few decades ago, actually. But a reading from his memoirs that is usually... It's very poignant at times like this. And that's the end, basically. And as people spill out, what happens?
Yes, what
do people do as people leave?
Well, I remind everyone that we will be having another celebration for Oxford's joining of the community.
Some people just start rubbing their temples and groaning.
Perhaps it'll be a little more formal.
It'll be a brunch.
Finger sandwiches, yes.
So if you'd all like to please leave in an orderly fashion, if you could arrange yourself by political association, for no specific reason, that would be nice.
Put on these comfortable wristbands that we will be providing
We're
you.
just going to discreetly pull away Navy and Crimson as their groups are leaving, along with anyone with them.
Okay.
Give me some sort of skill check to snatch them silently. Make this dexterity based.
It will be quite snatchable. Like, can we speak to you for a few moments and then
Okay.
That's what the snatching happens.
To convince them, if you want to convince them away, then make that charisma.
Manuel, you're a better talker than I am. Do that. You can do this.
It's
right?
a shame it wasn't that dexterity because it's slightly better, but all right, let's go with that. All right, with a 27, I say, hey, me and my associate here would like to have a few words with you. I mean, just regarding this and that.
Okay, who are you trying to talk to?
Was it Crimson?
Crimson
and
of the
Navy are supposed to go in
Pan-Reptilians?
there.
Okay.
Wasn't it
Crimson-
Wasn't it Forks who was the? Oh no, you want to
Forks
arrest
is
the
the
moderates.
anarchist.
Right? Yeah.
We're keeping the extreme moderates. and the
Right, I
extreme
got it
extremists,
again.
so that- yeah, you know.
Yes, Margaret, I got it.
Those extreme moderates. No,
You understand what I'm trying to say.
yes.
The vicious battle between good and neutral.
Crimson recognizing in Manuel someone who could be, a Drakenhall citizen. He's an intelligent gnome. That would fit
I
there.
think I went to the dwarven offshoot of a Drakenhole-like monster city, I believe it was called. It was alright.
Oh, the slums of Beeston, they're terrible.
That's
and
right, it
Hearing
was-
that, he wants to
No, it's fine
Right,
now.
terrible,
We fixed
terrible. That's what I meant.
we
he wants
fixed
to
it.
tell you all about the injustice that's happening there and how it's going to happen
No,
here. It is
Crimson, you don't
happening right
understand.
here.
We fixed it. We made the Dwarf King see that how vile that was.
Have you heard of the party from here that was headed towards the Dwarf King? I haven't heard back from them.
Well, no, I haven't been.
Things didn't go too well with the Elf Queen, but
No, I haven't heard anything from the Dwarf.
it's a long journey between them. I wouldn't expect word yet anyway. Okay, who's going to convince Navy to come over to your little threesome? Or are you going to
Gross.
split up, divide and conquer? Your trio, that is to say.
Margaret, it's all up to you.
Oh God.
I'm talking to
It's gonna
Crimson.
went terribly.
You might be better actually snatching him,
Come on, Margaret.
just considering
Yeah, I think-
Margaret's skills. That is.
I think Margaret would probably be better too at snatching him.
Well, are
Oh.
you gonna snatch his entire entourage as well?
If you snatch him good enough, they won't notice immediately.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're trying to snatch the whole entourage too. We're trying to
Just
we're
use
trying to
that
get
famous Margaret Silver
of
Tongue.
course. Famous Margaret Silver Tongue.
Mm-hmm. You know, like that one time you were talking about murdering children because they were going to, I don't know, enter that haunted house that
Uh.
Bella set up. Something about that.
That's
You know, jokes
That's
like
not what I
those.
said.
You know, hilarious jokes like those. Come on, Margaret.
all right. Instead of making a joke, let's well try and attract his attention by another means. You said he was like an author, right? Or
Yeah,
something
an
of that sort.
essayist, he likes to call himself. He writes the most scathing letters toward imperial newspapers that they don't print.
all right. Actually, maybe I do have a way to talk to him. I'm going to
Starts
approach
a
him as
newspaper
he's leaving.
stand.
I'm going to approach him and as he's leaving, saying that I read one of his letters and I wish to engage him in a conversation about them, a firm debate about its merits and its
Absolutely.
philosophy.
He would
should I
be
roll something?
amenable to such a thing. But please roll me a charisma-based check, background of your choice.
Oh.
As an
Good
extreme moderate, I have no strong feelings about this decree.
I'm going to go for this. I actually can use Margaret's Imperial History, the background check, I guess, for one.
Is your wisdom any better? Because I feel like an argument can be made for wisdom with this kind of debate.
My wisdom is marginally better, like a tiny
Okay.
bit.
Yeah, okay.
You
go
might
with
as
that.
well.
Instead of convincing him to debate you, just start debating him in the street. And if your argument is good enough, he'll want to engage with it.
Okay, let's try it.
It all comes down to that
It's-
D20 at the end of the day, anyway.
It makes perfect sense.
It's not bad.
It makes perfect sense.
Listen,
maybe-
extreme
20
moderate,
I think
I'm here to debate nothing but the cold, hard, logical facts with you.
With that 28, Navy will come over and tell you, no, you're misunderstanding the historical illusion I was going for. You say, etc., etc. You've got him. Now what do you do with the two of them?
Alright, this is when we make the signal.
Alright.
Okay.
I
Shoot a
give the
flaming
signal.
arrow into the air.
That seems a bit much.
I think the
I'll
signal.
just,
I think the signal is when all these guards basically fence in all the remaining Dragonborn, and Kobe goes for his big speech that he prepared, and he's beaming, the
Mhm.
dweeb. There's Kikobi in the middle, and Slot's on his side, and
He
Sig on
starts
his other side.
unrolling as the perimeter is formed. He unrolls the decree like, "Attention, Imperial citizens of Eridu. The following of your number are to be immediately arrested for their actions in the recent troubles." And following Margaret's lead, it's the same list, but Crimson and Navy are off of it. That does mean that guards are moving into arrest floor, as well as the others.
That's not right. We were trying to arrest Crimson and Navy, but no one else.
Oh man, he doesn't like you.
Oh no.
This... That'll just make them more
Wait.
consolidated. These two are
Wait.
old friends. They'll practically just... Oh, this is a disaster.
And what does the rest of that scroll say, Slots?
Well, okay, so I like to think that Kikobi is beaming too much to really think about what he's reading, as he describes what is to happen to the city of Eridu, but the more intelligent among the crowd, or at least those more able to penetrate bureaucratic vocabulary, especially I'd say Navy.
Oh yeah, Margaret is fluent.
Yeah, Navy, Margaret, Scarlet. They get onto the fact that through all the words, Kikobi.
The Kabuki dancer, yes.
The bald man with the unibrow seems to be saying that in a mixture of his own handwriting and Lieutenant Seg's handwriting, with his own imperial seal on it, so he knows it must be right, he's talking about how the Red Wastes are a place that should be controlled but not absorbed into the Empire directly, and Eridu must maintain its existence, and Eridu must maintain one unified ruling body, and the Red Wastes and the Abyss are within true Imperial borders, blah, 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 blah. Oh, why did his paw get bigger? Oh.
I was checking for unibrow. He does not actually have one.
Oh, okay.
I know a unibrow when I see it.
Anyway, the point is, he doesn't seem to have realized it yet, but what he's basically said is that the Empire officially recognizes Eridu as a city, but it is outside new Imperial borders, being within the Red Wastes.
There's something of a confused look as the first thing the soldiers heard, what they know is they got a rest to make, basically.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, those listening are fighting back. This could explode into something, while Navy is on the outside, not having to worry about that, since he didn't make the new shortlist. He's piecing it together, like you said, and is trying to crawl out. Victory! We've won! We've done it! They've listened! They've heard! Which is egging some people on, but mostly just driving up the chaos.
But the little bit of cheering that is there is just enough for Kikobi to still not get it and just be like, "Yeah, great." And then he keeps
Empire, let's do this.
Yeah, man, these people are taking it better than I thought. You were right, Slots.
Margaret,
Wow.
silence your captive.
Why is he arresting the wrong people? What is he doing?
In the middle of the crazed...
Why is he seeding the town?
in the middle of the just weird scrum that's erupted in the middle of all this, a messenger goes up to Marshal Kikobi waving a document, a handwritten record, a summary of things that he's been looking at. I found the information. I found it. Look here in the histories. There's a record of the Grand Emperor being swindled out of a flying city by a mechanical box-like creature who'd wormed his way up into the diplomatic corps. He threw over the dwarves to do it. He's made enemies of everyone throughout history, and I think this is, I don't know, a grandson, a copy, something. Your suspicions were right.
I sweep off my powdered wig to reveal my ostentatious magician's garb. And then I basically just throw playing cards everywhere as
Pocket sand.
as the metaphorical revealing of the hand. And then I say checkmate, which is completely wrong.
The dominoes
See you
have
later,
fallen like a house of
crocodile.
cards.
Fights are breaking out everywhere. Confusion is all through the city, which only gets worse for a second when suddenly night falls, hours ahead of time.
What?
Well, we had a good day, everybody. No, wait a minute.
The scrum becomes more like a riot as people light torches just to see and then do what they do with torches in the middle of giant street fights. However, the light from the abyss changes hue. It becomes more orange, more strobing, stronger. Who knows things about demons around here?
I was recently absorbed.
Oh yeah,
That is true.
you became a demon
I guess-
for a little bit.
I'm not an
Became the
expert, though.
demons.
I feel like Mint is probably best suited.
Mint knows that this is not the light of demons.
Oh, shit.
He didn't necessarily like it when the abyss had the light of demons. But now that
was
it
a
is
little
not
unsettling.
the light of demons, that is an intellectual puzzle where you don't
Yeah.
want one.
Well, I mean, what are all the things that make light that aren't demons? Because it's one of those. So we just need to work our way through the list.
As more people get startled and look to the changes, the fighting dies down as everyone tries to figure out this new situation on top of all the other new situations. Those with who can tell something's really going on are calling for the people that listen to them to lay off. Kokobi included, Floor included. As everyone looks toward the west, and there's a grand litter dripping with the solid waste of souls being carried by two horned devils. There's a figure of pure evil and despotism. Would you like to meet the new Diabolist?
Not,
Sure.
not personally, no, I would not.
Yeah, come at me.
Not necessarily, no.
No, I don't think I want to.
No.
They said-
Oh, well that's good, because he's not the Diabolist. He rejects the names. You are now beholding the Lord of Devils. Good night, folks.